Hi traders, today's video is mastering the risk to reward ratio and why most get it wrong. So I'm going to go through the following topics, and they are win to loss ratio, risk to reward ratio comparison, and your trade setup. Now this video is for you if you're struggling to achieve consistent results. This could be because you're not using the correct risk to reward model and considering this in your trading. So stay with me to the end as I go through a very important risk to reward comparison that you won't want to miss. Introducing myself, my name is Duncan Cooper. I'm a full-time trader and the senior market strategist and trading mentor at ACY Securities. Okay, let's get into the first topic. Okay traders, first we'll discuss win to loss ratio. Now most traders believe that they need to have more wins than losses to achieve consistent results. But this could not be further from the truth. And with this false belief, they continually search for the holy grail of trading, which doesn't exist. Now, you only require a 50-50 win to loss ratio to achieve consistent results if you use the correct risk to reward ratio. So let's now look at the risk to reward ratio. So risk to reward is the number one trading tool. You could have more losses than wins and still be ahead if you use a good risk to reward model. When setting a profit target, you must use a risk to reward ratio of at least 1 to 2. So for example, if you're risking 20 pips, you need to target 40 pips to achieve a risk to reward of 1 to 2. The following table highlights the importance of the risk to reward ratio. Okay traders, here's the risk to reward ratio comparison, and what I'm doing here is comparing a risk to reward of 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 3 or 1 to 4 to a win to loss ratio. And the different win to loss ratios, the green is 50-50, in yellow here I'm using 40 to 60, and in orange I'm using 30 to 70. Now if you take the time to study the table, what I'm using is a series of 20 trades. I'm risking 20 pips on each trade, and if I'm profitable on a trade, I'm either targeting 20, 40, 60 or 80 pips depending on the risk to reward ratio over here. Alright, so if you take the time to study the results, then the best ratio in comparison is the 50 to 50. If you're using a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 1, you'll be at break even. 1 to 2 you'll make 200 pips, 1 to 3 you'll make 400 pips, 1 to 4 risk reward ratio you'll make 600 pips. But as the win to loss ratio is worse, so 40 to 60 or 30 to 70, then here we can see the 1 to 1 risk reward ratio, you're losing pips, 80 pips. 1 to 2 you're just gaining 80 pips. 1 to 3 you're making 240, and 1 to 4 you're making 400. If we're looking at the win to loss ratio of 30 to 70, then a risk reward of 1 to 1 you're losing 160 pips. 1 to 2 you're still losing 40 pips. Then as we get into the 1 to 3 and 1 to 4 we become profitable. So 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio you can make 80 pips, and a risk to reward of 1 to 4 you can make 200. So as you take the time to study the table, hopefully you can start to see that the win to loss ratio is very important. 50-50 is ideal, and then having a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 2 or greater gets you into clear profit. Okay, so for me, I like to have a win to loss ratio of at least 50-50 on my trading strategy, and a risk reward ratio of 1 to 2 or 1 to 3, which would be even better. So take the time to study this table, because this is the secret to being a consistent trader. Okay, so let's review and discuss your trade setup. Your trade setup needs to achieve a win to loss ratio of at least 50-50 over a series of trades. Your targets need to be set at a 1 to 2 risk to reward or greater. And this is important, your risk to reward targets need to be achievable. Do not set your targets beyond support or resistance, as there is a high probability that they will not be met. Finally, forward test your trade setup over 20, 40 and 60 trades to ensure they can achieve consistent results before trading with real money. Okay traders, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Now if you're interested in improving your trading, why not join me in my free beginner webinar series? You can register by using the link in the description below. All those that attend the webinars get full access to my own MT4 chart layouts and indicators. Okay traders, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.